Okay, Rick?
Just with respect to service standards, when something that Bob implied was there's a different standard and different parts of the system, and that somehow the downtown has a higher standard in terms of cleaning and maintenance and that sort of thing. I don't perceive that, and I just want to make that clear that I think we have pretty much even service standards throughout the system. Is that fair?
Certainly,
our goal is to be able to do that, and oftentimes the driver is the amount of use it gets. And because, as Neil said, the heavy use, the heaviest part of our whole system is the downtown area, it tends to get more cleaning because it needs more cleaning. And it needs more security just because of the sheer volumes that are there. What we think, however, though, is that the difference here is we have not in the past established sinking funds for capital replacement of elements of the system. And I think this is a very important and one that we highly desire, and that is to be able to get that sinking fund actually established for the capital maintenance costs that will occur over time. We think that because otherwise what happens is there's a tight budget. It gets pushed off by a year, and it gets pushed off by the second year. This is intending to be able to say, we're not going to allow this to happen.
I agree with the concept. Also, the security component of this, is that an incremental increase over, is that offsetting some?
Yes.
Offsetting some of the security that we would normally provide?
Yes. All right. It would. The Wackenhut, in fact, security, this will be offsetting some of the Wackenhut security. I thought you think so.
Okay. Sue?
I, for one, can't wait to see more cleaning, maintenance, and security at the Old Town Skidmore station. That station is pathetic in terms of the state of it. So I'm curious when this is going to start. So I'm eager to see enhanced services down there. Second, okay, I'll let you answer that. When is it going to kick in if we approve it?
July 1.
July 1. Excellent news. Second question, and that's because I serve on the Downtown Marketing Committee as a TriMet representative, and I just want to make sure, are there any marketing dollars going to support their marketing effort in this contract?
None.
Excellent answer.
Tiffany?
Bob, I'm not sure if you're still on there, but I strongly disagree with you on this issue. We've spent considerable money to enhance our downtown with this line and extend the line. And we need to take care of it. It's not going to take care of itself. I have some experience with this. When the streetcar was put into the Pearl neighborhood, we actually charge every homeowner, which is about 2,000 now, an additional amount for just the same thing that we're talking about here, which is security, cleanliness, and a whole host of things that we're not even thinking about right now. I just can't stress enough the importance of when we first, going back, I think we put additional money, I want to say it was 9 or 11 million, to enhance the downtown with special items, whether it be art or additional brick, and we will be scrutinized even further now as the system begins and we all see whether it's successful or not. So, cleanliness, security, everything else that I'm sure there's a list of, it needs to be attended to, and it does tend to get forgotten, but what actually happens is over time we need it more. So, I'm glad we're having the discussion, but I have to agree with you, fellow board member.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
I'm sitting in Denver, Colorado, reading this report, this resolution. And when I read this resolution, the things that Neil talked about, I did not see. So I was going on the bottom line and knowing somewhat of what we pay for someone to clean 300 shelters in northeast Portland or 350 shelters in southeast Portland versus and how many miles they travel, based on the size of the territory that we travel and the bus shelters that we we have out there. And then I looked at how much we were paying, which was $16,500, and now after hearing Neil, I understand a little more about how you come to $16,500, and it's not all going to PMMI, you know. So I have to eat some of the things that I said earlier simply because I didn't have all the information before me. But I want you to understand, I'm going to continue to watch because the PMMI, you know, for me, they have a good deal going, and I don't want us to be the trough, and they're constantly coming to it thinking that they're going to make out, you know, and that's my concern. And because we're in dire straits right now when we're laying people off, and then we're going to double do something that we're already doing over again, and then we're going to pay someone to contract someone. I'm just looking for where we can save dollars, not cut service, and not lose employees that we have on the books right now. That's my concern. And if, you know, I have one vote, and I'll use it in the way that I see fit based on the information I have before me. And I just assume that everyone else will do the same.
We're going to drag this out until your battery runs out. Okay, thank you, Mr. Williams. Lynn?
Yeah, just you didn't answer one question, Neil, and that's it on this work. And it's always about the responsible bidder, and that was the one I referred to. Are the wages and fringe benefits comparable to what's paid TriMet employees?
I can't give you the line, the details of it, but for example, the Clean and Safe contract we have is, of course, with actually owned, if you will, or service to Central City Concerns. So it is partially, it's a step in our overall rehabilitation program. So there are, I think, great social benefits from that work that is currently not, they're the current contractor for the cleaning. So I think yes, there are good wages associated with that, but there's also a lot of support services that help a person through the rehabilitation process. So that's one of the, I think, the great advantages of this current program. In terms of any other sort of physical work, like for example, the contractor working on brick repair is frankly the same contractor we've used. I will say a good union contractor, actually Schoner Company, that actually has been working on the brick in the intersection during the construction phase. So I think there's great care to make sure that we have really high quality contractors, and I think that will show us to be in the league of wages that you're talking about.
And fringe benefits.
And fringe benefits, certainly, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I've got a motion and a second. I think we've had an opportunity for lots of discussion. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Okay, resolution is approved.